Once we have a good setup, it's time to look at the swing itself. The chipping and pitching swings are the second simplest actions in golf after putting, and it's worth remembering this if you find yourself overcomplicating things when you're building your technique or practicing in the future. So, in the interest of a simple technique, we would like to think of it in a way that we would with putting, which is to eliminate the variables that are unnecessary. So if we go through our simple setup, narrow stance, vertical shaft, horizontal shoulders, and nice soft hands and arms. The swing itself should be mainly a body-driven action, and that means if I simply turn my shoulders to the right, the club moves back, and if I turn my shoulders to the left, the club moves through. So the arms and club are being transported by the turning of the shoulders. Now, to help the shoulders turn and to support them, we have the hips and legs, and they're going to be involved in the action as well. But we're not consciously trying to control them, they're simply reacting to the needs of the upper body. Also, because of our nice relaxed setup, we don't have excessive tension. And this means that as we move back and through, especially as the swing gets a little bit longer, we will see some play in the wrists and the elbows. So we'll be hinging a little bit on the way back, we'll be unhinging on the way down, and maybe rehinging a little on the way through. But again, these are natural movements that we're not consciously trying to create. So again, take our setup, make a nice relaxed, smooth movement back and through, using mainly the body turning to transport the club. Now, of course, this also needs to be a functional movement, which means we need to be able to strike the ball well. And crucial to striking the ball well is our ability to get the club to brush the grass in the correct way. So as we're making our practice swings, once we have the feelings for the stroke itself, we'd like to start to focus on the contact of club and turf. So start to focus in a little bit more on where the ball would be, make the practice swing, and make sure we can notice the club brushing the grass. So it's not a dig, it's not too excessive, it's just a nice soft brush of the grass as the club moves through impact. Once we have the club making contact with the ground, we'd like to see where the club is making contact with the ground. So if that contact point is a little bit inconsistent, we can look at things like body motion, making sure we're staying very centered, we're not moving around too much, making sure the wrists aren't getting too involved, which would also create an inconsistent contact point. So we're making a nice smooth movement, body controlled, focusing on the club, brushing the grass in a very similar spot. And once we have that, we can start to hit some shots. So if we take ourselves over to our shot here, we have the green just in front, we have a flag in the middle, we take our neutral setup, narrow stance, vertical shaft, soft hands and arms, level shoulders. We make a few practice swings. The shoulders are mainly what's controlling the movement. Smooth swing, similar length back and through. And then our focus is entirely on getting the club to brush the grass in the right way. It's not too high, clipping the tips of the grass. It's not digging. It's making contact, but sliding forward. And once we feel we can make good contact, we hit the shot. So step forward and repeat.